Hey, welcome back. So we're getting there on competition and these short videos on competition. We're now on number 11 and I'm thinking we've probably got 12, maybe 13 altogether. We'll just see how it goes over the next couple of recordings. So last video we were talking about the competitor's ethos, a little bit about your ethos, about whether it's clear or not, and about competitive advantage and positioning. You know, how that can help position you, but it's all got to relate to what the client's looking for. It's very little to do with you and a lot to do with them. In fact, I saw something recently to do with sort of a guru sort of mindset-y thing, and I constantly say this: you've got to make things about the client. You know, if you're going to, for example, look at making people superheroes in their own lives, then, you know, portray that. Don't talk about yourself so much. Talk about them. I mean, even if it means having cartoons of different superheroes and you have different types of person that you're working with, and those cartoons represent them. So, you know, when you have to, so for example, choose a cartoon character. There was a thing on Facebook a couple of years ago: choose a cartoon character that's like you, and I chose Jessica Rabbit because who wouldn't? She's sexy. And she became my profile picture for a bit. And different people chose different cartoon characters, and it was all to do with those cartoon characters that they chose were cartoon characters that represented them. Well, that's how clients feel. They want to feel represented. So, you know, even if I chose Jessica Rabbit for me, it doesn't, you know, that's irrelevant to the person watching. They just want their one chosen. What cartoon character do they represent? That type of thing. So do consider that when you're looking at your ethos and your competitive advantage, that it is all about your client. It isn't about you, and it is about getting them to their goal quicker, a goal that they have identified, not that you've decided they need. So a goal that they've identified, not something that's missing in your life that you've discovered some key secret about, and now you want to share it with the world. You know, I see a lot of that going on as well. And you just think, well, when did you get a psychology degree? I'm not being funny, but, you know, let's stick to what you know, what you're good at, what you can actually achieve with clients. And if what you can achieve with clients is awesome body transformations, that is a skill. They are grateful if that happens. Believe me, you are changing lives doing that. You are changing lives doing that. Slightly off the point though, so let's crack on with strengths and weaknesses of your competitors. So doing a competitor SWOT analysis. So now we're not doing it about ourselves and our products and our prices, but we're actually looking at our competitors and what their strengths and weaknesses are. And the big thing you've got to do here is be honest. Just for once. Be honest. Look at it through a client's eyes, not your eyes, so that you get a genuine SWOT analysis. What 3 things do they do really, really well, probably even better than you? And then what 3 things do they not do quite so well? And if you don't know, you need to go find out. You actually need to go find out. You can't make all these assumptions all the time. And then you have to kind of, with that analysis, and these are maybe your top 5 competitors. So this is their strengths and weaknesses, 3 of each on each competitor. So you should end up with, what's that? I said 3 on each, didn't I? So that's 6, 5, so that's 30. 30 bullet points in total. Right, so then you have to look at those strengths and weaknesses and ask yourself these key questions, because these are the important things that you're trying to discover. You know, how do those particular strengths threaten your business? So if it's the fact they are really, really cheap and they give tons of physical evidence of their service, like I said in a previous video, slimming clubs do, that is a threat, because a client from a slimming club coming to you has that in their head, all that stuff they were given for £5 a week, and they come to you and you're charging, say, 40, and you're not producing the same kind of physical evidence as someone was doing for a £5. The client doesn't go off and think, hey, that was a multi-million-pound operation and this is just one person and their dog. They just know that for £40 they seem to be getting a lot less than they got for a £5 down the road. So these strengths may not be strengths that you consider strengths, but you're looking at them from a client point of view. And then you have to go with your risk assessment. How does that threaten my business? What are they really exceptionally good at? So I would say with slimming clubs, they're very good actually at client journey and story. You just have to buy one of their magazines to see that. But you can emulate that. If you see something they're exceptionally good at, you can emulate that. What's the price comparison? So often that, if we were taking that as your price comparison, if you're in this big weight loss market where you can get a small slice of that pie, and what you've identified, one of your main competitors is the slimming club down the road, their price comparison is going to be in their favor, not your favor. Do they do something that their clients appreciate that you don't do? And if so, what is it, and can you do it? Yeah? It's not just do they do it and their clients love it, but that's it. It's what action are you going to take as a result of finding that information out? And can they get results that you can't get? Can you get results they can't get? And if you can, don't talk to me about £7 in a month or £10 or how many inches off someone's boobs or waist or hips or whatever, because to be honest, that is comparable. It really is. Maybe the final shape, if they're lifting weights, is not comparable. It's going to be different and actually better if they've been lifting weights with a personal trainer than just going to a diet club if you're in the general weight loss market. But again, you've got to think about the person on the street and what they see and what they want and what their target is. And believe me, their target is to look awesome in a pair of skinny jeans. And if you know that lifting weights is going to make them look more awesome in a pair of skinny jeans than going to the local diet club for £5 a week, you've got to make that your message. That's your competitive advantage. Your nutrition plans may not be your competitive advantage, because they offer magazines and recipes and cookbooks and this and that and snack bars you can buy when you're there. That may not be your competitive advantage. Final shape at the end of the transformation may well be the competitive advantage. So do your SWOT analysis, look for your genuine weaknesses, because those weaknesses in your competition are your opportunities if it's what the client wants. And you have to acknowledge their strengths. You do not go into battle head to head on the same ammunition as the opponent. If you've got 2 Sherman tanks and they've got 500, you don't go into battle with Sherman tanks. Yeah, so that's why you need to be really, really honest about their strengths as well. Okay, that's it for today. Next one will be coming shortly. Bye.